Ohio State basketball. The Buckeyes are preparing for battle, and you're preparing to listen to them. Equally important, this is fan warm-up.
All right, Buckeye basketball fans, here we go. Game number 11 of the 2024-2025 slate is on the docket tonight. It's at the Schottenstein Center. Little 8 o'clock tip-off over Valpo. That's right, Valparaiso from the northwest corner of the state of Indiana. Obviously a basketball-rich state, so you know it matters to everybody over there, no matter the program you're talking about, whether that's Purdue, Indiana, Notre Dame, or the smaller schools like Larry Bird's Indiana State, or here, Valparaiso. They are the beacons out of the Missouri Valley Conference. Good basketball league. I got a lot of respect for Missouri Valley teams. I can remember years where they've taken 4, maybe 5 teams to the NCAA tournament. And even today, you look up and you see they've got squads like Drake, Belmont, Bradley, Murray State, Northern Iowa, Indiana State, like I just mentioned. There are some good programs in that league. Southern Illinois, the Salukis, they're a team that would always have some tournament runs, and they've produced some good coaches in the past. So you look at Valpo. They are coming off a 93-77 win over Central Michigan. Before that, they had taken a couple L's. They lost the Drake game at home 66-60, and 6 degrees of separation, right? They lost to Chris Holtman's DePaul team. 89-70 was the final in that one. And they had 3 wins before that. So they're a 500 team. They're not the best looking Valpo squad that has ever been, but still, I think you are looking at yourselves. You're looking at your team. You're looking at the Ohio State Buckeyes, and you're 6-4 right now, and you've lost 3 out of the last 4. And you knew that this was going to be a really tough stretch. And you obviously were looking at this Valpo game and the Indiana State game coming up on December 29th as obvious. You have to win those games. There's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. You're talking about the quote-unquote bye games on your schedule. You must win because what's sandwiched around them? You had the Pitt game, which you dropped. You had Maryland on the road starting up Big Ten play. You got the Rutgers game at home, which you absolutely had to have. That keeps you at 1-1 in the Big Ten standings. That's the saving grace right now. You got obliterated by Auburn. More on that one in a second. But then after this game, you're going right back on the road to face another top 4 team. And guys, you know, there were some questions. I know people in Big Blue Nation, and for obvious reasons, Coach Cal is not there anymore. He's gone. They were ready to be done with him. They were ready for a change. It was getting a little bit stale. But Mark Pope, I think he was just what the doctor ordered for Kentucky. They are just playing a crisp version of basketball. Like, they score a lot of points. They don't turn the ball over. They rebound everything. They have a really high assist rate. Kentucky is good, and that's what you got right after this game. And time is running out to grab some of those big non-conference wins because, you know, I know Valpo, Kentucky, Indiana State, all part of the non-conference slate, but you think about that as an SAT question, like which one doesn't belong? You know, Kentucky is the outlier there. That's a blue blood, big opportunity, high-quality win next week. So you have to get better. You have to use this opportunity to get better. And what happened last time out, it was certainly problematic. When it was 91-53, 6th worst loss in Buckeye basketball history when they took on number 2 Auburn in Atlanta. And this was Jake Diebler right after it when he threw the headset on and talked to the guys, his first thoughts about that game.
We each got to look ourselves in the mirror and figure out what we can do better to help us play better when we go to these road environments in the first half. It's unacceptable for us to not handle adversity better. And so to a man, we all need to look ourselves in the mirror and say, okay, what can we do, all right, to help, all right, impact winning in those moments. And I explained like this is give Auburn credit. They're a really good team. They didn't get anywhere near for really, maybe a couple segments, but anywhere near our best. and that's just not acceptable. So we're all gonna be looking internally to figure out what we can do individually to help the collective group.
Yeah, you do have to ask yourself questions like those. It's not just losing a game. You can lose to a great team. Nobody's gonna. Eventually, you would. Like, you got to start winning games eventually. That's what we're here to do. But you can understand that playing one of the best teams in the country, of a hard-fought loss, like, there can be respect for that. I should have told you this off the top. We talked about it a bit on the Buckeye Show, though. But if you're just joining us, the bigger roster news here today is you're already still without Aaron Bradshaw, who is supposed to be your starting five, was your starting five already this year. Now, your other transfer guard who's back with the Buckeyes is now taking a leave of absence. No Meechie Johnson right now. No Meechie Johnson playing for the Buckeyes tonight, and I don't know if he's going to be playing in the Kentucky game coming up here. So that's where you're at. Colin White is at, Quez Glover. So guard depth is taking a hit right now. Let's keep breaking down the Bucks and get our guy in here, the former captain. Let's talk ball with Ron Stokes.
It's time to go inside the Buckeyes with OSU basketball analyst and former captain Ron Stokes.
Ron, always love talking hoops with you. And do we know anything else about Meechie Johnson? Anyone saying anything, or what's the expectation without him here tonight?
Well, whenever you hear the word personal, you have to respect the person's privacy and just let them work through what they need to work through, whether it's family or whatever it may be. And I think if you're Buckeye Nation, the first thing you should do is just want the kid to get whatever he has going on taken care of so he can get back playing basketball. I love the fact that Meechie Johnson was here, and then he made a decision to come back after he went down to South Carolina. So he's an Ohio kid, so you wish him the best, and hopefully whatever the issues are, he gets them straightened out and he can be back on the team.
Yeah, we really do hope everything is good. Everything is good in his life and in his world. So, Ron, you look at the backcourt now. A lot has always fallen on Bruce Thornton's shoulders. How much now?
Oh, clearly it does. I mean, anytime you are struggling, whether it's during the course of the game or a course of a number of games, you always go to your best player. And when you look at those two losses, those gigantic losses at Maryland and again against Auburn, there was something in common in both of those games. Bruce Thornton struggled majorly. Didn't score his first points until 5 minutes in the first half against Maryland. Didn't score until late in the second half against Auburn. That can't happen. If you're Ohio State going into this year, preseason all-conference, national list of MVP of all of NCAA,
yep.
You need your best player playing their best when they're going against stellar competition. So that's the one thing that has to change. And I know that Coach Diebler's mentioned that he's challenging the entire team, but namely your leader and your best player to do what you do best. Because clearly we know Bruce Thornton has a major skill set and he can impact games. So they need more of that as they get through this tough stretch here.
And obviously, Ron, John Mobley becomes huge with his shooting, and he'll likely be into the starting lineup here tonight. The other storyline here, and I'm not saying that this would have an effect on the game, but still, I'm sure your mind will go to places. Jake Diebler's alma mater is Valparaiso. That's the opponent here tonight. I'm sure it's something that he's thought of a little bit. He was asked questions about it in the press conference leading up to it, so that's natural.
Oh, no doubt about it. When you think about the relationship he has with the head coach, Roger Powell,
yeah.
I mean, clearly there's emotion there. But as we just talked about, the most important thing for Jake Diebler, and he knows that, is to focus on his team and get them to play their best basketball. And the one thing I did love to see is that after that loss at Maryland, and that was a tough one, they responded, came back, and played a solid game to defeat a talented Rutgers team. I think everyone in Buckeye Nation is hoping we get the same result tonight and Ohio State plays some of their best basketball.
Yeah, it is much needed. By the way, that Rutgers team the Buckeyes beat, they did go on and they downed Penn State and Seton Hall in their 2 games after that. We know that. We know that it's a good team. It's been weird what we've seen. We'd like some consistency to begin for this Buckeye basketball team. We know they got some stuff, but Ron, hopefully they take a step towards getting better here tonight, and a big one coming up this next weekend.
That's right. Go Bucks.
Go Bucks indeed. Can't wait to hear the pregame show coming up with Ron Stokes, the Big Daddy, Paul Keels, and Skip Mossick. Buckeye basketball on the docket tonight. The 6-4 Bucks taking on the Beacons of Valparaiso. I will see you for post-game reaction right after it's done. Hopefully we're talking about a big victory and lots of points for Bruce Thornton and for John Mobley Jr. Buckeye basketball coming up next on The Fan.
You've been listening to Fan Warm-Up. Stay tuned for Buckeye basketball on your flagship home for Ohio State athletics. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
1 in 3 student athletes gets disturbing messages from sports bettors. This threatens the safety and mental health of college athletes like Tyler.
I'm a student and an athlete. I don't deserve to be threatened over my play. If you're upset about your sports bet, don't take it out on me, because I'm more than a bet.
These threats are not acceptable. Stop harassing college athletes over a bet. Learn more at morethanabet.org.
If somebody is still asking what you want for Christmas, just tell them to sign you up for the Fan Golf League at Fairway Columbus. You don't want to miss out on all this fun. Chance to keep your game sharp, chance to get inside and still play golf during these winter months, and a chance to win signed memorabilia, game tickets, gift cards, and more, including some prize packs from Woodford Reserve. There's going to be drink specials every week, and there's that McGinnis Grill delicious food. The 12-week league starts on January 5th, and there are only a few spots remaining. Sign up now.
Looking for your next Subaru? At Byers Airport Subaru, we give you options from start to finish. Browse and shop entirely online from the comfort of your home at ColumbusSubaru.com, or stop by and visit one of our friendly brand specialists just by the airport.
During the 2024 Subaru Share the Love event, buy a new 2025 Subaru Outback for 1.9% for up to 48 months. And Subaru will donate $250 for every vehicle leased or purchased this month.
Whether you prefer to click or come in, we've got you covered. Your journey starts at Byers Airport Subaru. Come see why it's better to buy at Byers.
Subject to credit approval. Financing offer term up to 48 months on 2025 Subaru Outback. Cannot be combined with any other incentive. See dealer for details. Offer ends 12/31/24.
Treat your family to savory Meyer ham and make any meal a holiday feast. Now through December 24th, a delicious Meyer spiral sliced half ham is just 79 cents per pound with M-Perks. Limit 1, no clipping necessary. Discount automatically applied when your M-Perks ID is entered to checkout. Get a 12-pack of King's Hawaiian Rolls for just $3.99. Meyer brand canned vegetables are 39 cents each, and 16-ounce Meyer butter quarters are only $2.99. Incredible taste and low prices make the holidays a good deal better. Exclusions apply. Go to the Meyer app for details.
Pro Paint Days are back at Lowe's. That means it's time to save big on your next job. Right now, get your choice of 5-gallon pails of Valspar Signature Ceiling Paint or HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams Flat Ceiling Paint for just $148. Plus, get it delivered to your job site with free same-day delivery when you order by 2 p.m. Lowe's knows paint. Lowe's knows pros. Valid through 12/20. Delivery by 8 p.m. Subject to driver availability. Additional terms apply. See Lowes.com/same-day delivery for details.
This holiday season, Capital One reminds you to give yourself the gift of 1.5% cash back with the Capital One Quicksilver Card.
Can I earn 1.5% cash back on birds?
Birds?
What if you sent your true love 2 turtle doves plus a partridge in a pear tree?
Sure, but why would anyone want that?
The song was very convincing.
Earn 1.5% cash back on all your holiday purchases with the Capital One Quicksilver Card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Warehouse workers in Columbus. Uline is expanding in the Columbus area, and they're looking for exceptional people to get the building up and running. The company's growth creates new opportunities and job stability employees can count on. Warehouse workers earn pay starting from $25 an hour, plus substantial bonuses and great benefits. Sign up for Uline's Talent Network for email updates about warehouse opportunities. Learn more at uline.jobs/Ohio. That's uline.jobs/Ohio.
Toyota Thon is on, and it's the perfect time to wrap up the year with a new, stylishly affordable Corolla. Now through January 6th, you can get low-rate financing or a great lease on a new Corolla or Corolla Hybrid. Lease a gas-powered 25 Corolla LE now for $219 a month for 39 months with $32.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota. Let